Let's look at the reasons why sticking to the recommended reps, tempo and rest is crucial for the success of any program. Alright, when you first look at a training program, you might think, what are all these numbers and does it really matter if I stick to them? There are actually two main reasons why it is very important. First, standardization and comparability. Second, desired adaptation. Let's start with the first one, standardization and comparability. Your goal when training is progress. Progress can come in many ways, but a measurable one is either the weight you perform at a certain rep range or the reps you can perform with a certain weight. The problem is that a rep is not always a rep. Let's take these two examples. Which one is harder? The first one, right? So if one person says they can do 10 reps with their body weight and another person says they can do 15, it would be good to know what tempo they're talking about. But comparing yourself to others is not that important anyway. It's more important how you compare yourself from week to week and from training to training. If one day you're sticking to the tempo and the next day you're not, your progress is probably not really progress. The same thing goes for sticking to rest times. If one week you take a 90-second break between sets and the week after 3 minutes, chances are you'll feel stronger, but you don't know if you were able to make real progress as you might have just had more rest. Rest is also important when it comes to the second point, desired adaptation. If your goal is to train heavy or if your goal is to train explosive and fast, basically anything really intense, you'll need to leave enough rest in between. If you should move 95% or more than the weight you can possibly move, you won't be able to do it again after a 10-second rest. If you're supposed to sprint as fast as you can, you won't be able to go as fast again after a 10-second break. The rest times we recommend are aligned with your training goal. If you don't need them, maybe whenever you're working, it's not intense enough. Stick to your rest times. If you're now thinking, great, I'll just do more reps than the program says to make it more exhausting, don't. Instead, increase the weight, so the intensity, not the volume. Increasing the reps will usually result in an unwanted adaptation. So also stick to your reps, especially when it comes to jumping as high as you can. Just as you wouldn't be able to squat your 1 rep max in several squats several times, you won't be able to jump as high as you can several times in a row. If we say 3 maximal jumps, don't do 10 jumps with just 8 of them at 80% or even lower, just because you feel like you're doing more. So, to make your progress comparable and get the desired results from your training, make sure you stick to tempo, rest and reps.